Ooh, ooh. Yeah, guys, this is Nash, and you're watching Type Tech, the type of tech that I could afford. Welcome back to the series which I like to call it In Search of the Ideal Earphones. On the previous episodes, I have gone through the generic earpiece and the Blackstone G20. If you all want to know what is the result for the Blackstone G20, you can click it on the card right here. So today the earpiece we are critiquing is the CX200 Street Edition by Sennheiser. This thing is quite a mouthful, but does it fare well based on my criteria that I set? Basically, the 5 things that I look out for is how is the short and long-term usage, how well the battery can last, how good the build quality is. Next, how well I can carry it around, which is portability, and lastly, drop resistance. These are the 5 main things with some minor small complaints, and those 5 main complaints will add up 100%, while every other minor complaint will cause deduction of 5%. First, before we move on to the 5 main points, I'm going to say the positive things about this earpiece. For 18 bucks, maybe you can get cheaper during sale. This thing is quite a steal because for its price, it has a solid sound for movies. I just love how the sound reproduction of this is excellent. And next, got L connector, which is actually quite useful at a lot of situations because my jean pocket is actually quite short. So when I put my phone in, the slit will be just nice at this corner. So for something like L connector, it is just nice cover the outer layer which it will goes out. So that's why I like it. Now let's move on to the 5 main points. First, how well is the short and long term usage? I rate it 5 out of 5. It is excellent. The earbuds is actually very comfortable and quite compact. It is good enough for me to use it to sleep. And how does it look like on my ear? You can see it in the picture right now. Next, because it is a wired earpiece, I can judge on the battery life. Obviously, a 0. Next, how is the build quality? For the build quality, because it's a cheap earpiece and it's a very thin and rubbery, I don't really like it how it feels, but it is decent enough for its price, so I can't really complain. Because of that, I give it a 2 out of 5. It's because the rubber, if you don't use it for an extended period of time, it will get quite sticky, which is the issue with rubber. So move on to the next point, which is portability. How well it can transport from point A to point B in my pocket. It is actually decent. It's actually better, but it is not the most compact because of due to its flimsiness. I will spend more time trying to untangle this thing than try to tangle like you see right now. So I give it a 4 out of 5. Drop resistant. It is a wired earpiece. It doesn't have any component that is easily failed, so 5 out of 5. So how's the range from bass to clarity? I would give it smack middle, which is about 3 out of 5 levels, so it is just right in the center. For music, video, and the price, I have nothing to say about it, no complaints. So I leave it as that. So what are the other minor complaints? As I said earlier, it is annoying once it gets tangled because it will take a while for you to untangle this thing. And because it says it is a street edition, it has no mic. So you have to rely on your phone mic to answer, which is quite annoying. So with that 2 complaints, I have to deduct 10%. And with that, come to the total price. I mean, total score. As from the previous 5 points, it has accumulated total of 16 out of 25. Scale it up to 100%, it's got 64 out of 100. However, with the 10% deduction, it only scored 54%. So it is a passable score. And as you can see in the leaderboard right now, it just managed to just overtake the generic earpiece, which is obvious, but unable to displace the G20, which is quite unfortunate. But I would recommend if you can get this on a cheap lah. So unfortunately, it didn't manage to beat the G20, but it is still quite a good earpiece. As you can see, it is a passable point. But you can, if you prefer better, you can use the G20. Because for me, I use my G20 more for editing than the Sennheiser. It's just preference. But for like if I want to use it to sleep or a short distance, I will just use this earpiece and on the go. It's simple. But that's all I can say. So after that, who is the next contestant? The next contestant, we're gonna jack up the price. We are going to view the clips, whatever. This brand, yeah. It is the T5M. I'm not sure is it T5 or T5M, but from what I look in the Google, it says T5M. As you can see, it's quite beaten up because I use it for almost a year. So I gonna review this and you're gonna find out whether I like it or not. That's all for today, and this is Nash, and I'll catch you all next time. See ya.